be.
Yeah. Now, do you know what? It's not every day that the unveiling of a postbox becomes an occasion, is it?
I mean, John Maguire is a seasoned, hardened correspondent, right? So imagine the assignment, imagine the face. Right, I want you to go to the unveiling of a postbox. Well, he's such a lovely man, he would have taken it in his stride.
And it is a special day. John, you best explain why this occasion is a little bit different from normal.
Yeah, I've been accused of turning up for the opening of an envelope a few times, but never the opening of a postbox. Why is this one significant? Well, it's because it'll be the first one to bear the cipher of King Charles III. A good, healthy crowd's appeared this morning to witness it. Morning, good, healthy crowd. Good morning. There we are. And the Lord Lieutenant of Cambridgeshire is going to do the honours for us, joined by children from the Vine Interchurch Primary School. So, if I hand over to you, please carry on.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the King's representative in the county of Cambridgeshire, it gives me great pleasure with the wonderful children from the Vine Interchurch Primary School to unveil the first postbox of the Carolean era. And we're going to do it on a countdown from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
And there it is. Beautifully red, beautifully shiny, brand new, just created out of steel in Lancashire with that distinctive cipher on the front. This one will remain gold. Subsequent ones will be painted over in red. They have a fascinating history, you know, postboxes. So let's have a look back 172 years.
This pillar box has been standing here on this corner in Birkenhead since 1857. And it's probably the oldest pillar box in regular use anywhere in the British Isles. It may even be the oldest in the world.
For the past 172 years, we've said happy birthday, Merry Christmas, and wish you were here, with cards and letters placed in one of these, a postbox. They were first trialled in the Channel Islands and were green, but later ripened into that world-famous red to make them easier to see. As a Victorian invention, hers was the first royal cipher to adorn our postboxes, which, since then, have carried the symbol of her successors right up to her great-great-great-grandson, King Charles, whose first box will be unveiled today. There are 115,000 of them across the UK. The King's cipher won't replace those of his predecessors, but new boxes will be created with his symbol, although in Scotland they're adorned with the St Andrew's crown instead. The colour, though, pillar box red, remains sacrosanct. Almost. Most famously, in 2012, postboxes in the hometowns of British Olympic champions turned gold, the athletes' favourite colour. But even in this increasingly digital age, some traditions survive, with today seeing the latest incarnation of the original male outbox.
And it is just about to be used for the first time. The children have written a letter to the King, which we'll post in just a second. Firstly, we'll find out from Robert and from Amelia what the letter contains. What have you said in there? You've talked about your forest school, haven't you? What have you told the King about it?
So we said that it opened in September.
And tell me about your forest school.
So, for all I know, it's gonna
It's going to be a place in the woods where children can go to learn about the environment, and I'm sure that all the other years are looking forward to having it.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. And it's something that everyone, as you say, in school can use. You go there quite often. You have lessons there, or always lessons that are specific to nature and the environment and things like that?
I think it's just lessons that are specific to
I think so.
Yeah.
It happens once half a term, as we were told.
It sounds wonderful. And you were saying to me earlier, Robert, that the environment's important to you, and we know it's important to the King.
Yeah, it's very important to me. And in my letter I asked the King whether he has any tips about taking care of the environment.
Oh, good. I wonder if he'll get back to you. Hope so. Hope so. Right, we're going to post that letter now. So Agatha and Miriam are going to do the honours, and the crowd will once again go wild, I think. So if you folks can post that for us. Woo! Yeah. They're easily pleased, this bunch, I must say. It is in Camborne this morning on a chilly Friday morning. So that letter will be collected later. What time's it going to be collected later on? What did it say? Last collection time, 5 p.m, Monday to Friday. So that'll be winging its way on to Buckingham Palace. We'll have a chat with Chris Taff from the Post Office Museum and with David Gold as well from Royal Mail. Chris, they're distinctive. We know them. They're iconic. People take photos of them, overseas travellers and visitors. Tell us that, so this will be the first of its kind, we know that. Are they replaced? How does the system work, and why does it work the way it does?
Well, the first box in the country was in the Victorian period, in the reign of Queen Victoria, and Victorian boxes are still on the streets today, so they're not replaced. When a new monarch comes to the throne, new boxes are introduced. So this is the first that we see of Charles III, but you can still walk the streets and see boxes from every monarch.
And David, there's a rolling system of replacing them. Email is so dominant these days, but are they here to stay, or are they a thing of the past, do you think?
Oh, I think there'd be an outcry if we got rid of post boxes. I mean, it's like the ravens in the tower. The country would fall. We still have 115,000 post boxes, and as Chris said, you can go around the country and you can see the various monarchs since Queen Victoria represented in those boxes. I'm thrilled that the first box for King Charles is here, and we're so thrilled that the next generation of letter writers was here to set the standard by writing to His Majesty.
Because people do, thankfully, still write letters, don't they? Chris, one thing I thought, Edward VIII, the King's, let me think, uncle, who famously abdicated, has he got any?
He has. He's got quite a few boxes. They were made in 1936 during his short reign, and they were introduced and put into the streets, and some of them do still survive. So there are boxes from every monarch still to be seen on the streets.
And it's worth saying that there's a society, as there is with everything, that go around and take photos of these. So if people are interested in them, they can have a look, and it gives you an idea, of course, instantly of how old your post box is.
Yeah, you can date the boxes really, really easily by the ciphers on the front, and we see the Charles III cipher for the first time here.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. Exciting morning. What we do know is this one is brand new. I think I told you earlier, didn't I, that the cipher, let's leave you with a shot of the cipher, will remain gold on this one. So the people of Camborne, when they're posting those birthday cards, postcards in the future, will know that theirs is the very first one in the Carolean age. Exciting stuff. Back to you.
Very good. Thank you very much, John. There we go.
Do you know what colour the first pillar postbox was?
Gold.
Green.
OK, didn't know that.
Yeah, they changed to red in 1874. Just in case you didn't have enough postbox facts.
Time now to get the news, travel and the weather where you are.